People living in the present plan for and worry about the future. History, however, is the story of the past. Some people might say, given all the pressure from living the present and worry about what is yet to come, why bother with what happened in the past? Given all the desirable and available branches of knowledge, why insist, as most American educational programs do, on a bit of history? And why urge students to study even more history than they are required to? Nevertheless, it is undeniable that learning about the past has its value. It will help us understand people and societies, and it will help us understand change and how the world we live in came into being. History helps us understand people and societies. In the first place, history offers a storehouse of information about how people and societies behaved. Understanding the operations of people and societies is difficult, though a number of disciplines have been making the attempt. An exclusive reliance on current data would handicap our efforts. For example, how can we evaluate war if the nation is at peace? Unless we use historical materials, how can we understand genuineness, the influence of technological innovations over the role of the beliefs placed in shaping family life, if we do not use the experiences of the past? Consequently, history must serve, though imperfectly, as our laboratory, and data from the past must serve as our most vital evidence in the unavoidable quest to figure out why our species behaves this way in social settings. This fundamentally is why we cannot stay away from history. It offers not the only extensive evidential base for the contemplation and analysis of how societies function, and people need to have some sense of how societies function to run their own lives. History also helps us understand social change and how the world we live in came into being. The second reason why history is inescapable follows closely from the first. The past leads to the present and so to the future. Anytime we try to know why something happened, we have to look for factors that took shape earlier. Sometimes fairly recent historical events will suffice to explain a new development, but often we need to look further back to identify the causes of change. Only through studying history can we grasp how things change. Only through history can we comprehend the factors that can cause change. And only through history can we understand what elements of society persist despite change. In conclusion, I totally disagree with the argument that learning about the past has no value for those of us living in the present.